dude is probably the biggest name in boxing right now. This dude definitely holds all the keys. He definitely holds all the keys to the car. You know what I'm saying? And that's AJ. AJ got all the keys right now, man. AJ has all the keys right now. AJ got the keys. AJ can do whatever the fuck he want to do right now. And I don't think anyone would look at him funny. I don't think anyone would criticize AJ in any type of way for doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do. Now, right now, we see AJ and Fury is, that's going on. Clearly, things aren't finalized with that fight because a few days ago, we saw Tyson Fury go on his little rant talking about he wanted to fight 2 times or something like that, and how the Fury fight, how the AJ fight was done and everything like that. I say that's great. That's great. That's great for AJ because to me, AJ can fight whoever the fuck he want to fight. And I don't necessarily feel that Fury deserves that fight with AJ, given everything that's going on. If I'm AJ right now, and I'm looking at the situation via AJ's eyes, right? And I see the fact that Fury has all this cheating stuff going on his end. It's a lot of stuff going on. He's in court with Wilder. It's just a big ass fucking mess, right? And I look at all the heavyweights in the division, including Wilder, and I'm like, is that fight even really worth it? Because Fury's fan base, I don't believe it's as vast as a lot of people believe it actually is. I don't believe Fury's fan base is anywhere near the level of an AJ or even a Wilder. Wilder AJ is still a bigger fight than Wilder Fury, in my opinion. And if I'm AJ, what's the reason I'm really fighting Fury for? Is it for money? Is it for that belt? But Fury may vacate that belt anyway. He may have to, given everything that's going on with this situation. So, do I really want to fight AJ? I mean, do I really want to fight Fury? And if I fight Fury and I beat Fury, do I get full credit for fighting Fury and beating Fury? Given all the allegations of cheating and everything going on with that whole situation with all that bullshit going on? If I'm AJ and I'm looking at that Fury fight, Fury has all this stuff going on, am I super confident that that fight's actually going to happen? Fury could test positive for this, or, we could find rocks in his glove or some shit like that the day before the fight and everything gets shut down. We don't know what the fuck is going on with Fury. And I think it's super risky for AJ. And when I mean risky, I'm not talking about the actual fight. I'm talking about the possibility of the fight actually happening. I think it's super risky for AJ to put all his eggs in one basket with somebody is all over the place is Tyson Fury. I don't know that I want all my eggs in that basket because it could turn out to bite me in the ass in the long run. And whether you believe anything about Fury's cheating past or not, you got to admit there's a lot of shit coming out. Like Light It Up says, I think Wilder versus Joshua is still a big fight too. I don't think AJ should risk a fight for Fury. I don't think he should. 100% like Light It Up. I'm with you 1000%. I think even without the cheating shit, right? Even without the cheating shit on Fury's side, Wilder AJ is still a bigger fight than Wilder Fury. Than Fury AJ. Now, mind you, Fury and AJ is a big fight in the UK. right? But Fury can't even fight in the UK. Fury can't even fight in the UK. Now, mind you, people are probably gonna buy it on buy the pay-per-views on the BBC Sports. But as far as that whole live gate stuff, and they're doing big Superdome numbers over in the UK, all that is irrelevant because Fury can't even fight there. So they have to fight in the Middle East. AJ has to go to the Middle East in a market that they don't even know, a market where they're not familiar with what kind of numbers they're going to do as far as live gate is concerned. And I'm not a huge live gate person. You know what I'm saying? But that's a part of the money. But I'm not a huge live gate person. So, but mostly you're banking on pay-per-views, which I'm not super familiar with how the pay-per-views work over there in the UK, how much they charge for it. I think those dudes subscribe to a service and then people pay for the service and things like that, on a monthly basis or annual basis, something like that. Bon Qui says salute to you, Bon Qui. Salute to you. Yes, sir. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. Like the video, man, so we keep cooking. Yes, sir. But back on point. But if I'm AJ, I'm looking at that. I'm like, we can't even fight in the UK. I got to go to the Middle East. And fight. I can't even fight around my people in the UK. I'm fighting a dude that virtually doesn't even really have a following really like that. Be real, ain't nobody buying no fucking Fury fight. Fury fights were boring as shit. When Fury fought Klitschko, I couldn't even watch. I couldn't watch that whole fight at one time. I had to watch like 3 rounds, take a nap, and then watch another 3 rounds, take another nap, and then watch another 3 rounds. Fury ain't got no fan base like that. Bon Qui says, Fury's too strong for Joshua. He won't even get past the reach. He's gonna struggle like Wilder. Size does matter. I don't know about that. I think that's going to be a very interesting fight if it happens. It's a big if right now. I think it's a very interesting fight if it happens. You know what I'm saying? But if it does happen, Wilder's a much different style. I mean, AJ's a much different style than Fury. Than Wilder. He's much more complete as a boxer, and you can't fight him the same way. It's a completely different fight. If I'm AJ and I'm looking at this Fury fight, and here's the thing, Fury thinks he's like the A side or some shit too. I heard there was a dispute over whose name should go first, which is like, it's crazy to me. Because if you're AJ, you're like this big superstar. You're this dude who's filled up stadiums. You make 8 figures, maybe 9 figures, easily. Well, I will say 8 figures, but a strong 8 figures. You know what I'm saying? And you got Fury, who had a good fight. He had 2 good fights with Wilder, but certainly ain't doing the kind of numbers that you're doing, fighting mild competition. If I'm looking at this situation, I'm like, we'll wait. Why am I going so hard to try to make this AJ fight in the first place? Why am I going so hard to make this AJ fight when it's really not even the biggest fight? It's really not even the biggest fight. And then at the same time, we got all these little prerequisites that we have that done, this done, and then on top of that, we can't fight in the UK. I gotta fight in the Middle East. Okay, and then Fury has all this legal shit going on, man. Fury got all this legal shit going on. Legal shit can last a long time. I know they said that all of that is resolved, but you could say whatever the fuck you want to say. That's not gonna stop a bitch from filing motion after motion after motion in order to delay what the fuck is going on.